Hey guys, Robin here. So in this video I'll be doing a ConvertKit tutorial for beginners. I divided this 90-minute ConvertKit tutorial into 15 lessons with timestamps below in the description of YouTube, so you can easily skip lessons or so you can easily rewatch specific lessons if you want. So a little backstory about me. So in 2018 I migrated my list from MailChimp to ConvertKit, and if you add up all my payments, I've spent close to $10,000 as a ConvertKit customer. So my business is selling my 4 self-published books about puppy training. So these are my 4 self-published books about puppy training. So I own one of the most popular puppy training websites in the Netherlands, and that's the main traffic driver for book sales. So before we dive into the ConvertKit tutorial, if you haven't signed up for ConvertKit yet, please consider using my affiliate link to sign up for a free or premium ConvertKit account. So ConvertKit will reward me if you eventually become a paying customer at no extra cost to you, of course, only if you use my affiliate link. So you can find my ConvertKit affiliate link in the description below. So in lesson number 1 of this ConvertKit tutorial, I'll explain the basics of ConvertKit's pricing structure. In lesson number 2, I'll show you the sign up and verification process. And in lesson number 3, I'll share my ConvertKit dashboard to better understand the different features. From lesson number 5 to 7, we'll cover ConvertKit's account settings. In lesson number 8, I'll show you how you can import new subscribers or subscribers from, let's say, MailChimp into your new ConvertKit account. In lesson number 9, I'll share how to create a custom domain for a professional look. From lesson number 10 to lesson number 15, we'll dive into some more advanced email marketing techniques. I'll share examples of an Evergreen newsletter and other email marketing experts, how they set up their email marketing system. And if you're into affiliate marketing and you want to promote affiliate products with email marketing, then this last lesson, number 15, is for you. I'll cover whether or not they approve affiliate marketing promotions inside their emails. So without further ado, let's start with lesson number 1. And again, these first few lessons are specifically tailored for the beginners. So if you already have an account set up, then feel free to skip to other lessons of this ConvertKit tutorial. So let's have a look at ConvertKit's pricing page. So they offer 3 different plans. So they have a free plan, a creator plan, and a creator pro plan. So the free plan is free up until 1,000 subscribers. So if you have more than 1,000 subscribers, you need to move up to the creator plan or the creator pro plan. So the most annoying thing about the free plan is they don't offer automated funnels and sequences. And what does that mean? It means that you cannot create these automation sequences. So you cannot create marketing automation within the free plan of ConvertKit. So what you can do in the free plan is that you can create unlimited landing pages. You can create a customizable domain. So you can use your own domain for your landing pages if you want. So if you have a custom domain over at a web hosting service, you can use that domain for your landing pages. There is unlimited traffic to your landing pages, meaning you can send unlimited visitors to your landing page. So it doesn't matter how many visitors your landing page gets because it's unlimited in the free plan. Furthermore, you can create unlimited sign-up forms. You can send unlimited email broadcasts, as you can see over here. So as said before, you cannot use marketing automation inside the free plan, making it far less valuable, the free plan, in my opinion. So same here, you cannot create automated email sequences. And one other thing that might be important is the product support. So you only have community support inside the free plan, meaning you can use their forums to ask a question, but you cannot ask their customer service if you have a problem, which can also be pretty annoying if you're struggling with their tool and not sure how to use it, because it's unsure if you receive a good answer in the forum, of course, because there is no real employee of ConvertKit answering your questions. And one other thing to note here is that if you choose to purchase one of the premium plans, if you purchase the yearly plan, you get 2 months for free. So for me, I am on the creator plan. I'm on the creator plan since 2018 over at ConvertKit. And if you add up all the payments I made to ConvertKit, it's close to $10,000. So over those years, of course, so since 2018. So as you can see over here, I started with a 14-day free trial. So back then they didn't have a free plan. So I started with a 14-day free trial and then hopped over to their first premium plan, which is the creator plan. So we're gonna sign up for a free plan. So we're gonna create an account. So here you choose whether or not you're moving from another tool or if you're just starting out. So in this tutorial, I'm going to use, no, I'm just starting out. So how big is your audience? I'm going to just choose the first one. What kind of creator are you? I'm an educator, marketer, and a YouTuber. Continue. So here you can see the email sending is still disabled until your account has been approved by our team. Start the approval process by clicking here. So here you can see they ask 3 questions to verify your account. The first question is, please describe your business and how you plan to use email marketing. The more information you include, the faster the approval process will be. The second question, what is your website URL? How many subscribers? The third question, how many subscribers are you planning on importing into your ConvertKit account? So I'm not importing any new subscribers. Their answer is, thanks, I'll send this information to the approvals team. Someone will reach out to you within 24 hours. So when you sign up for ConvertKit, you get an email to confirm your ConvertKit account. So you need to verify your email. So instead of using this account with 0 information in it, I'm gonna switch to my regular account, so my main account, so you can see a little bit more information how it really looks like on a premium account. So I'm gonna log into my real account. So this is the dashboard you will see when you have an account that's up and running. So you have a revenue tab, there's a new subscribers tab. So I'm not really a fan of their dashboard, but I'm just gonna explain a little bit of the basics over here. So you see the all-time email performance. So as you can see, my all-time email performance was 58% open rate, 15% click rate, and in total I've sent close to 1 million emails in this ConvertKit account. So a quick introduction of their dashboard. Over here they have 5 different links. So this one links you to the subscriber page, so where you can see all the subscribers you're having. You see the segments you created. You can see all the tags you gave the subscribers. As you can see, there are many tags. You can see the products your subscribers bought, so it's a big list in this account. You can see your total subscribers, deliverability. So this is a Creator Pro feature. So as you go to their pricing page, they have 2 premium plans, so the Creator Plan and the Creator Pro plan. Deliverability is a Creator Pro feature. And here you can see the purchases they made. So if you have an integration with your website, you can integrate the purchases as well. So on this page, you can create a new landing page, a new form, and you can also see or edit the ones you already have. So then we have the Send tab. Here you can, so if you want to create a regular weekly newsletter, for example, you go to Send and Broadcast. If you want to create an automation sequence, so a 14-day sequence with 2 emails, for instance. So this is the marketing automation. This is only available in the Creator plan. So it's the premium plan. It's not available in the free plan, as you can see over here. The automated funnels and sequences are not available in the free plan. So that is sequences. We'll get to that later in this video tutorial. So then we have the automation tab, and here you can see the visual automation. So here you can see the automation you created, and here you see how it works like in a visual area. So the next step is your account settings. So we go to the top right corner here, then we click on settings, and then we go to the email tab. So here you want to add the email from the from email. So from what email address do you want to send your broadcast emails? So for me, I've added robin@creatoract.com. So I'm not sure if you can use a Gmail address to send broadcast emails from. So if you can't use Gmail, and I think you can't for newsletters, you should get a web hosting somewhere. So I have my web hosting over at bluehost.com, but there are many different web hosting companies, of course. So if I log into my Bluehost account, you can see that I can add multiple email addresses. So if I go to email and office, you click on manage, and here you can see I added the Robin@CreatorAct. I also have info@creatoract.com, and you can create as many as you want. So I'm not sure how much I pay for this web hosting. Let me see. So I have a 36 months base. I have the basic web hosting, and I pay for the domain name. I pay €10 per year. So in my payments tab, you can see on February 8th, 2021, I paid €143. for the basic web hosting, creatorreg.com, 36 months. So that's €3.30 per month. So if you go to the normal Bluehost website, host your website, you can also do 12 months if you want. So that's $260 per month. It's even cheaper than what I paid, the €3.30. So you get an email address included with this package. But I'm not sure, maybe you can get a domain somewhere else and get an email account included there as well, but I'm not sure. Anyhow, coming back to the email addresses, I think you need to have a domain for the from email address instead of just a regular Gmail address. So then there's the default time zone and sending times. So you should select your time zone, of course. The other things you can just let it be as default. Then you need to add your mailing address. So anti-spam laws require a physical address where you can be reached to be at the bottom of every email. So below every newsletter you send, there should be a physical address at the bottom of that email, so the footer of every email. So you can also check other emails you receive, so other newsletters you receive, and below at the bottom of every newsletter you receive, there should be a physical address on there. So here they say you can also use our address if you don't have one. So here on this page of the ConvertKit websites, they discuss alternatives for your physical address. So if you work from home, as many of us do, you probably don't want to share your home physical address. So there are some alternatives here. So you can rent a PO box. So head down to the local post office and rent a post office box. So this is an option. Use your work address, ask a friend with a business, head to a UPS store, try your co-working space. But another easy solution as an alternative, just use our address. So we recently set up our system so that you can use our address for free in your emails. This meets the legal requirements to have an address in each email. If someone reaches out with a legal notice, we will open it, scan the email, identify which of our customers it is intended for, and email you the PDF. So here's the address. So this is pretty handy. So I just copied the information and pasted it in the mailing address field. So then we have the GDPR settings. And for the GDPR settings, I'm going to quickly reference to our ConvertKit review blog on our website. So here it states the EU GDPR and the UK GDPR are regulations for data privacy. So in layman terms, you need to have received consent before legally sending a subscriber an email. So you need to comply with GDPR EU/UK guidelines if your website visitors are from the EU or UK. So ConvertKit offers you two options to help you receive consent from new subs. So the first option is this. So that is this option. This is the first option. And what this will do is the following. So if you say here, show to all subscribers after they opt in, or you can select show only to subscribers currently in the EU, UK, and Switzerland, determined by IP address. But let's say you select this option and it will do this. So here you see a video of how it works. So here you see the opt-in form. When they opt in, they receive this form. So they see this form. So in order to comply with privacy regulations, they need to give consent. So that is this form they will see then. So in order to comply with privacy regulations in the European Union, we'll need you to provide consent before confirming you to our email list. So there they can select two different things. So I consent to receive promotional emails about your products and services. And the other thing is I consent to allow my data to be used to personalize ads. So let's say you want to retarget your email subscribers on Facebook or on Google, for instance. You need to have consent from them to do that. So this is the second option here. So this feature is pretty cool because now you don't have to bombard your potential subscribers with all kinds of checkboxes or drop-down menus on the opt-in form. So as you can see, it's just a clean opt-in form. And once they opt in, so once they fill in their email address, then they will only see the pop-up with the consent fields. But the thing is, as I described here in this article, the problem you might encounter with this pop-up is that you can't change anything you see on the pop-up. So you can't change any text or checkboxes on this pop-up. So let's say if you're from a different country like me, and I want to change this text, I want to translate this text into my native language, I can't do that. So this is pretty useless for me if I have a other audience that isn't English speaking. So all in all, if you think you have EU or UK visitors on your website, you can select this box over here only if you like this pop-up and the content on this pop-up, because you can't change the content on this pop-up. So there is a second option, how to get GDPR consent from your future subscribers, which we'll get into in this tutorial as well later on. But just for now, if you like this pop-up and you have EU and UK visitors on your website, you can select this, show to all subscribers after they opt in, or select this one, show only to subscribers currently in the EU or UK and Switzerland. Or if you don't like the pop-up for whatever reason, select the upper one, don't show to anyone. Then click Save Changes. So next up we have some tracking settings. So that's a quick little thing you want to turn on. So you go to the top right over here, then you go to the Settings tab, you click on Advanced, and then you enable these two advanced tracking settings. So this first one over here is actually only for if you have a WordPress website and if you have the WordPress plugin installed. So this will sync subscribers with website visitors. So if you don't have a WordPress website, then you can just leave this thing disabled, but it doesn't hurt if you enable this setting. So this second setting will automatically add UTM links to all the links in your emails. So let's say you link to your website from a broadcast email, and ConvertKit in that case will automatically add a UTM source, a UTM medium, and a UTM campaign parameters to all the links sent through those emails. So the handy thing is here, so I'm just logged in my analytics right now. So this is just an example. You can see exactly how many visitors came from that specific broadcast email or that specific email in an automation sequence you have set up in ConvertKit. You can see how many users, so how many people came through that link. You can see how long they stayed on your website for the average session duration. You can see the bounce rate, so whether or not they visited multiple pages after that first click through your website. You can basically see anything. If you're familiar with Google Analytics, you can do anything with that traffic, with that knowledge. So that's pretty cool. So I'm not sure when they added this feature, but in 2018, when I first signed up for ConvertKit, they didn't have this feature back then. So back then, I needed to, when I added a link to my website in one of my broadcast emails or one of my emails in my sequences, I needed to manually add the UTM code to all the links in the emails. So that was a pretty time-consuming job. So this will save a lot of time. So whenever you enable these two, so if you have a WordPress website, you can select the first one as well. When you do, click Save Changes, and you're done with this one. So the next thing I'll show you is how to add new subscribers. So let's say you're not a beginner in email marketing and you want to import new subscribers into your new ConvertKit accounts. So what you do is you click on Grow and then Subscribers. You're going to click on Add Subscribers. So you have three different options when importing new subscribers. You can add a single subscriber. I'm not going to show you that because that's pretty self-explanatory. You got import a CSV and you got import from another provider. So let's start with import from another provider. So as an example, I'm going to use MailChimp over here. So we're going to click on MailChimp, and it says here, click here to get your MailChimp API key. So we need an API key from MailChimp. So we're going to click on this link over here. Now a new window opens. We're now in my MailChimp accounts, and it says you don't have any active API keys. So I need to create a MailChimp API key. So I'm going to do that right now. So this is my MailChimp API key over here. So I'm going to copy this key and I'm going to paste it over here inside ConvertKit. And I'm going to click on Continue Import. So we're ready to import your list. We'll copy your lists, groups, and segments and add a tag with the same name to help you stay organized. This could take up a few minutes to complete. We'll send you an email once the import is done. Start import. So I only have one subscriber inside my, or maybe two subscribers inside my MailChimp account. So I'm not sure if it will be faster, but I'll be back with you when it's done. So as you can see, the 2 subscribers from MailChimp are added to this specific ConvertKit account. So this is this email address and this one over here. So if I click on one of those email addresses, so let's see what tags have been added to this specific subscriber. So the tags that are added to this specific subscriber is Robin Klein Penning. And the reason why this tag, this specific name tag, is added to this specific subscriber is because in MailChimp, this subscriber is added through this specific website. So if we go to this website, this link will open. This is the website I created in MailChimp. So the name of this website is Robin Klein Penning. So that's my name. And I subscribed with this specific email address in this specific website, in this specific opt-in. So that's the reason why ConvertKit adds this tag to it. But to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this import because actually I would like to have a tag that says MailChimp imports and the date of today, for example. So I know exactly what subscribers are imported through MailChimp and on what dates if I do multiple imports, for example. So to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the API imports with ConvertKit and MailChimp. I would rather just import a CSV file. So if we go back to subscribers and click on add subscribers, and we're going to click on import a CSV file. Now we can select what CSV file we want to upload. So what data do we want to import into ConvertKit? And we can also select what tags do we want to give these new import subscribers. So I cannot create a new tag over here. So if I want to create a new tag to give these new subscribers, I needed to do that somewhere else. So I need to click cancel first. And you can do it over here. So create tag. So then we're gonna give a name to this tag. So what name do you want to give your new MailChimp imported subscribers? So I'm gonna give it the name MailChimp imports and then the date of today. So let's say it's now February 1, 2022. The benefit of adding a specific tag to all the MailChimp subscribers you added from MailChimp is so you can, in the future, you can send this group a specific email if you want. Or if you want to exclude this group from specific emails you're sending, you can do so easily by just excluding this tag or including this tag. So I'm going to click on save, and now this tag is created. And now I can go back to add subscribers, import a CSV file, and select the tag MailChimp import February 1, 2022. And I can select the CSV file. So I'm now gonna download a CSV file from MailChimp, and I'll be back with you in a second. So here in MailChimp, I'm gonna click on export audience. So the CSV file is ready, export as CSV. So over here we have the MailChimp export the CSV file, and I can just drag and drop this into ConvertKit. You can also select it over here and then select the download link. It's the same process. So here you can exactly see what kind of data is imported from MailChimp. So that's the email address, obviously. It's the number 2. It's a date. So on what date is the specific subscriber opted in, and some more data, as you can see over here. In my case, for this example, I only want to import the email. So if you want to import more data from MailChimp, you need to select it over here. So if you don't select a field over here, that specific data will be lost and will not be imported in ConvertKit. So if the data on the right-hand side you see over here, if you want to import that into ConvertKit as well, you need to select one of these fields in order to import it in ConvertKit. So you can select a different email address. So I only have 2 email addresses I'm going to import in this specific example. But if you have more email addresses, you can see what kind of more data MailChimp has over here. So again, in this specific example, I'm only going to import the email, and we're going to add the MailChimp import February 1, 2022 in this specific example. So we're going to click on import subscribers. So we are processing your import. You'll receive an email once it's done. So it's probably already done because it's only 2 email addresses. So what I want to check right now, because these email addresses were already added to ConvertKit, obviously, but that specific tag of MailChimp import February 1 was not added in the beginning when we did the API import. So I'm going to click on this subscriber over here to see whether the tag is added right now because of the CSV import. So as you can see over here now, as I just mentioned, now the tag MailChimp import February 1, 2022 is added to this specific subscriber. I import it through MailChimp. So that's the reason I prefer adding subscribers through a CSV file, because you have a little bit more control over what tags you gave and what data you want to import from MailChimp. So if we're going to check the other subscriber, as you can see, also the MailChimp import February 1, 2022 tag is added to this specific subscriber. So just a quick little example over here. So if I want to send a broadcast email and I select new broadcast, I can just easily, if I do a quick test over here, test, and click continue, I can now easily select those subscribers or exclude those subscribers from MailChimp if I don't want to send a message, if I don't want to send an email to them, or if I do want to send an email to them. So in this specific example, who would you like to send this email to? Select your subscribers. So for example, if I don't want to send this specific broadcast to my new MailChimp subscribers, then I'm going to select none over here, and then I'm going to say subscribed to tags, and then I'm going to select the tag, which is MailChimp import February 1. So I don't want to send this email to that specific import, so to those specific subscribers. I'm going to add the filter, and now you say, I only have one subscriber this email is going to, because the other two subscribers, I have 3 subscribers in this account, and the other 2 subscribers are from this MailChimp import. But this is just a quick example to show you how convenient it is to add this little tag to that import of new subscribers, so you have a little bit more control over whether or not you want to send them an email or not. I'm now going to show you how you can add a custom domain to your ConvertKit account, so it'll look more professional if you publish your landing pages. So customizable domain is available also at the free plan, but also at the premium plans. So you don't have to have a paid account to create a customizable domain. So I just created this landing page over here, and normally if you click the publish button, you get a URL like this. This part of the URL is customizable by myself, but the other part isn't. And as you can see, it doesn't really look professional as just a normal custom domain. So if you click on copy this URL, you can visit the landing page if you want. So you can see it'll work just fine. But still, the URL isn't that professional. So that's why we want to add a custom domain. So let's say I want to add a custom domain for this specific landing page. I go to settings and I click the domain name, and then I select the domain name I added to this account. This is just a regular domain name ConvertKit gives you, but if you added your own domain, your custom domain, it'll be shown here. So I already added my domain, and I'll show you in a bit how I add my domain, but just to show you how it works, so you get a better idea how it works. So I'm gonna select IamRobin.com. So the URL I'm gonna give this page is 100 daily signups. So I'm gonna click on add. And now, as you can see, the URL is added for this specific landing page. So if I click on save, and if I go back to settings, domain, the URL is here for me to click on. So if I open this in a new tab, you'll see that the URL is IamRobin.com/100 daily signups. So that it's far better looking than just the regular domain ConvertKit gives you. So I'm now going to show you how you can add a custom domain inside your ConvertKit account. So you click on the top right over here, you go to settings, you click on domains, then you scroll down a little bit where you see custom domains, and you're going to click on add a custom domain. So my domain is IamRobin.com, and here you need to select what kind of page, what kind of landing page do you want to see on your custom domain. So I want to see this landing page, so 3 steps to 100 daily signups. And one good thing to note here is this line over here. So you may add either a root domain or a subdomain. So in this example, I'm going to add my root domain. So this is just a normal homepage, IamRobin.com. But if you have a working website already, so let's say, for example, my website, creatorag.com, already has a working homepage Obviously, I don't want to use that domain over here. So I don't want to use the root domain creatorag.com, because then it will override my existing website. And I don't want that, of course. So if I were to use creatorag.com, in that case, I would have used a subdomain. So let's say free.creatorag.com. So this is a subdomain. But in this example, I'm going to use the root domain of iamrobin.com because I don't have an existing website on this domain. So I'm going to click on next. So now the next pop-up you see over here is that I need to add these values or IP addresses inside the DNS records of my domain inside Bluehost. So I have my domain hosted over at bluehost.com. So I need to add these records to my Bluehost DNS settings tab. What you see over here is that domain validation already is successful because I already added these records. So I'll show you that right now. So I'm now inside my Bluehost account, and if I go to the DNS tab over here, so I click on domains, my domains, DNS. If I scroll down a little bit over here, you can see below the A records tab, I clicked add a record, and I added these 3 lines over here, as you can see. So these are the exact same IP addresses, the exact same values I got from ConvertKit. If I do an example over here, what I did here is I add records. I click on add records. So in this example, what did I enter for a host record? So in this example, because ConvertKit doesn't give any value for the host record, so what do I need to put in here? So if you are using a root domain, as in my example with iamrobin.com, you're gonna enter this value over here, the @. So only if it's the root domain. So if you're gonna use a subdomain, so let's say the subdomain, what I mean by subdomain is if this is your domain, so this is the sub part of your domain. If this is the sub part of your domain, you're gonna enter free over here. So, but in this case, I used the root domain, so I'm gonna use this sign over here. So points to this record. So this is the first record we need to enter over here. So I copied this and I entered it here. So what you fill in over here doesn't really matter. Try to choose the least amount. So I chose 4 hours and then I clicked on save. So I already added this record. So I'm not going to do that again. But you need to do that 3 times. So also with these other 2 values. So once you've done that, it'll take a while before it says verified. It probably still say unverified. It can take a couple of minutes up until like hours or a couple of days. You can go to this website, whatsmydns.net, and you can enter your domain name over here. So if you're using the subdomain, you should do this. But in my case, I'm using the root domain. So I'm gonna say iamrobin.com and I click on search. So if you see here the exact same IP addresses you got from ConvertKit, it'll mean that your web hosting thing, which you've done over here, that you added those A records over here inside your domain name, it means that it is working. So as I said before, it'll probably take a couple of minutes up until hours or maybe a few days. And one small tip over here, if you check this website, whatsmydns.net, and you see that all the IP addresses are correct, so they're similar to what you've got, so they are equal to what you've got from ConvertKit, and it still says unverified, you should remove this domain. So remove your domain if it still says unverified and add it again. So I'm gonna add this again and click on next. Then it's a good chance it says domain validation successful because there's some bug inside ConvertKit or in the DNS system, I'm not sure. But now it'll work. I will now show you a different example where I add a custom domain, but then on a subdomain. So I'm gonna click on add custom domain and gonna use this one. So iamrobin.com and then free as the subdomain. So I'm gonna select a homepage over here. I'm just gonna select a random page, click on next. So these are the values I need to add for the subdomain. So I'm going to go to my Bluehost portal over here. I'm going to A records again, click on add records. Then as a host record, I'm going to use free because that is the subdomain. Then I'll copy this first value over here. I'm going to paste it over here, select 4 hours. I'm going to click on save. So this first one is now added. So I'm going to click on add records because I need to add the other two as well. Host records free points to this address, 4 hours, save. I'm going to copy the last one. Add records free points to this address, 4 hours, save. So as you can see, these are now added in the A records tab of my Bluehost domain, iamrobin.com. So I can now click on validate. So validation fails. Double check your DNS records, but note it can take DNS servers for 24 hours to update. So this is just what I told you. It'll take a while before it'll update the right DNS records. So if you go to whatsmydns.net, you can check the DNS records over here. So I click on search. So here you see in some areas, it's still not popping up because I just added it a few minutes ago. So I'm now going to try to remove this domain and I'm going to re-add it to see whether that's making any difference. So I'll click on remove this domain. I'm going to re-add the domain. Click on next. So as you can see, domain validation successful. So this is just an example, what I just told you, that by removing it and re-adding it, it'll make a difference. So if I now go to free.iamrobin.com, you'll see that this page is working right now. And now if you go to a specific form or landing page, you can go to settings, domain name, and you can select now this subdomain as well. So you can use a specific URL for this specific form, for this specific subdomain, also the main domain. So you can choose whatever you want to use here. If I want to add a different URL as a subdomain, I can do so just by adding new A records to my tab inside Bluehost. So if you don't have a domain yet, you can buy one over at Bluehost. So I have my domains and my web hosting over at Bluehost. So let's say I'm going to buy helloiamrobin.com. I'm going to click on search to see whether that domain name is available. So as you can see, the domain name is available, helloiamrobin.com. Here you can see the domain purchase, 1 year. You can choose whether you want to have it for 1 year or 2 years. You can also choose whether or not you want privacy and protection. I normally just skip this. Here you do have the option to also add the free trial basic web hosting for a month. But if you click here, you'll see some more information about the web hosting because it'll renew automatically after those 30 days. So if you click here, free trial period ends 30 days after account creation and will automatically renew into a $9.99 per month web hosting plan until canceled. So I think that's a higher priced ticket for the web hosting than if you just go to bluehost.com and then click on hosting and shared hosting, click on get started. I think this price is cheaper. I think this hosting price is cheaper than just the $9.99 you get over here. So if you do want to create a website on your domain name, then I would advise you just to go over at bluehost.com and use the basic web hosting package over here instead of adding it over here. So another option for you is to use this package over here. So a professional email address, because you need a professional email address if you only have a Gmail, for example. So this will only cost you €2.64 per month. Billed annually, first year rates, then renew at regular rate. So the regular rate is $5 per user per month. So that's less than the $10 or I think the $9 what you'll pay for the web hosting package. So if you only want to use email, this might be a good option for you. So you add this one over here, add to carts. Now you have the email and you have the domain name. So if you choose to purchase your domain name over at bluehost.com, please use my link in the description below. Before going into the nitty-gritty of Evergreen newsletters with ConvertKit, just so you know, an Evergreen newsletter is part of a marketing automation. And marketing automations are not included, as you can see over here, is not included in the free plan of ConvertKit. So if you want to use Evergreen newsletter, you need to have at least the Creator plan or the Creator Pro plan. So an Evergreen newsletter is a newsletter that is an automated newsletter. So normally the best thing to do is to send weekly newsletters to your subscribers, because if you don't send your subscribers an email for over a month or for 2 months, for example, they will forget about you, and that's obviously not what you want. You want to keep that momentum going the moment they subscribe to your newsletter. You want to make sure they hear from you again and again and again. So I think having a weekly newsletter is the best frequency you can have. So the difference between a regular newsletter and an Evergreen newsletter is that with a regular newsletter, you need to send broadcast emails manually every week. So every week you need to send and write those emails. So as an example, you can see here on the screen, you can see my website. It's a Dutch website, and you see the 4 books I'm selling on this website. So it's the same thing with books. So the information inside a book, I wrote these 4 books in 2016, 2017, and I published the paperback in 2018. But the thing is, I wrote these books, and the information in those books is still relevant today. And it's the same thing with a newsletter. Many information you write 3 years ago is probably still relevant today. It might be different with topics that are pretty time sensitive. So for example, this ConvertKit video you're watching right now, it might be out of date in a month or 6 months. So that's a different thing with ConvertKit. But describing how Evergreen newsletters work, it is probably still relevant 3 years from now. It's not that that an Evergreen newsletter will suddenly change within 12 months. The idea and the concept of an Evergreen newsletter is still relevant. So it is very possible if you visit my website or my YouTube channel 1 year from now or 2 years from now, I still talk about Evergreen newsletters the same way I do right now, because the concept won't change. And it's the same thing with the books in my puppy training business. The information inside the books probably doesn't change that frequently. And it's the same with newsletters. So for example, if someone subscribes to this example newsletter, so this is not a real active newsletter, but let's say someone subscribes to this newsletter through this page, they will get added to this sequence. So 1 hour after subscribing, they receive this email, how to get 100 email subscribers per day. Then 2 days later, they will receive 15 newsletter content ideas. Then another day later, they receive a new email. And you can go on and on and on and on with this. So with my puppy training business, I have 4 months of emails planned out. So in the beginning, I sent more frequent emails, like within an hour, within a couple of days, to make sure I promote my books, my products, and stuff like that. And I have a real high open rate as well in those emails. And after a while, I'm sending weekly emails. So then I'm gonna go every Monday, I send a new email. And again, I have like 4 months planned ahead. So if someone subscribes today, they will be hearing from me for the upcoming 4 months. So how nice is that? And that's the thing with an Evergreen newsletter. You write your best content, and then your only job is to make sure new subscribers enters your list. Of course, you can write new newsletters as well, but then you can add those new newsletters to the sequence, so new subscribers will receive those emails as well later on when they're ready for those emails. So how does this example work? So this is a landing page I created in ConvertKit. So subscribe to my newsletter. Keep an eye out for me in your email inbox. Within 1 hour after subscribing, you'll receive an email explaining how I get 100 email subscribers per day and how you can too. So to make it a little intriguing to subscribe to the newsletter. So see you in 1 hour. So let's subscribe to the newsletter to show you how it works behind the scenes. So I click subscribe. Then I'll receive a thank you page. This is just a thank you page you can also create within ConvertKit very easily. So thanks for signing up. Great to see you sign up for my newsletter. You won't regret it. Within 1 hour, you'll receive my first email explaining how I get 100 email subscribers per day and how you can too. So to make sure they will focus on their email inbox like within 60 minutes or so. And you can just edit it the way you want. You can also say, I will send you immediately an email, or I'll send you an email tomorrow, or whatever you want. So because I enabled the double opt-in setting inside ConvertKit, I received an email to confirm my subscription. So this is the email I received from ConvertKit after filling in my email address inside this landing page. So inside that opt-in form. So thanks for signing up. Click the link below to confirm your subscription and you'll be on your way. So this is just the standard and default confirm your subscription email. You can edit everything inside this email inside ConvertKit. So I need to click this button, and when I do, I receive this page. So subscription confirmed. Boom, you're officially confirmed on the list. Expect some great emails headed your way very soon. You can also edit this page as well. So this is just the default confirmation thank you page from ConvertKit, but you can edit the way you want. So as you can see in the back end of ConvertKit, my email address is now confirmed. So I have clicked the link in that email. So if you click on the automations tab, you see that this automation is active. So the Evergreen automation. You can also see that this sequence is active. So the newsletter Robin. So that's the Evergreen newsletter I'll show you in a bit. And you also see what the way was I subscribed to the newsletter. So that was the newsletter landing pages. You can now also see, if you go to visual automations, you see that this Evergreen newsletter has now 1 total subscriber. So I think ConvertKit is a little slow because you can already see there is 1 subscriber, and you just saw in the subscriber settings that this subscriber, so robin@creatorhack.com, that email address is confirmed and is active on this landing page. He subscribed to this landing page and is already active on this newsletter sequence. So it should actually show here 1 subscriber, but I think I refreshed the page already a couple of times, but I think there is some lag inside ConvertKit, and that's the reason it still says 0 subscribers. But it should say 1 subscriber active at the moment, as it says over here. Anyhow, if you click on this email sequence, you can see the emails inside this sequence. So Robin@creatorhack.com just signed up through this landing page. He confirmed his email address and is now added to this email sequence. So if I click on this email sequence, you see the first email with a subject line, how to get 100 email subscribers per day. You also see that this email will be sent after 1 hour. So hey, so cool that you subscribe to my newsletter. Welcome, I'm looking forward to getting to know you. In this first email, I would like to share 3 techniques. I've used these 3 techniques to get to 100 daily new newsletter signups for my online business. So technique 1, technique 2, technique 3. Hit reply if you're serious about this. If you're serious about growing your business and your email list, please reply and tell me the result of following these 3 techniques. In 2 days, and this ending part is a really good way to make sure your subscribers will stay focused on your emails, on new emails from you. So in 2 days, I'm back in your email inbox and I share 15 newsletter content ideas. Sending a weekly newsletter to your email list is essential because once you've lost your momentum with your subscribers, it's hard to get it back. See you in 2 days. So again, focusing on that, see you in 2 days. So have a sweet rest of your day, Robin. So then this is the same way I do it with my puppy training business. So it's in Dutch, so it won't make sense to show you the emails, but it's basically the same thing. I start with a little intro like, hey, hello, welcome to my email newsletter. Good to have you here on the newsletter. Here I'll share some techniques, some tips for training your puppy, for potty training your puppy. Here is a video of me how to do this. And then in the outro, I ask to reply to the email, whether they learned something, whether they have any questions. And I make sure in the outro, I also explain that I will be emailing them again tomorrow or 2 days from now or whatever. So then the new newsletter is 15 newsletter content ideas. So it is sent after 2 days. So the subject line, 15 newsletter content ideas. Hey, as promised, I'll share 15 newsletter content ideas in this email. Sending a weekly email newsletter is vital to stay relevant within your audience. Use 1 or more of these 15 content ideas for your following email newsletters. So idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, etc. You get the point. Then as an outro again, please reply to this email and tell me what newsletter idea you think is best for your business. So it's nice to have that dialogue with your audience instead of just you sending them information. So tomorrow I'll send you a new email. So here again, I'm focusing on the new email so they know what to expect from me. So tomorrow I'll send you a new email to explain how I created a so-called Evergreen newsletter of 4 months of content for my business and how you can create this too. So without an Evergreen newsletter, you're on a constant hamster wheel of creating new content for your subscribers. I'll see you tomorrow. So then again, the new email is sent after 1 day, so tomorrow for them, how I create an evergreen newsletter and how you can too. So you get the point of this, and you can go on and on with this. And with my puppy training business, somewhere around the 4th email, I think, I start promoting my books. I start promoting my products. And like within the 6th email or so, I start promoting affiliate products. So for example, a pet insurance company, I start promoting them in email 6. And on and on. So as you can see, after a couple of minutes went by, now it says 1 subscriber currently inside this newsletter. And this says completed because robin@creatorhack.com submitted its email address. And once they do, they will complete this step and they will move on to the next step, which is the newsletter Robin. So once a specific subscriber receives the latest newsletter, so for instance, there's this newsletter because this one is still in draft, that specific subscriber will move from currently inside this sequence to completed. So once they do, they complete the sequence and they're no longer on this specific sequence. So I'm now going to show you how the landing page builder works inside ConvertKit. So this is a landing page you see here I built with ConvertKit. It's a simple landing page to subscribe to my newsletter. So this is a fictive landing page. There isn't any newsletter behind this page. But I'm just going to show you how I created this landing page and how you can too. And just so you know, behind the scenes, if you go to automate and visual automations, by the way, this is a premium feature. So if you go to ConvertKit/pricing, you see here the free plan doesn't allow us to create automated funnels and sequences. So you can create landing pages within a free plan, but you cannot go to the visual automations tab. But if you do have a premium plan, or if you plan to purchase the premium plan, if you go to automate and then visual automations, you see the automation behind this specific landing page. So what I did here, I created an evergreen newsletter. As you can see here, if someone signs up through this specific landing page, one will get added to my newsletter sequence. So they will receive newsletters on an ongoing basis. So basically an evergreen newsletter. But anyhow, let's recreate this landing page so you know how it works. So what we do is we click on grow and we click on landing pages and forms. So then this page will pop up. We click create new and we select a landing page. So as you can see, there are lots of different templates you can choose from, lots of different landing page templates. So to know how many there are, I just search on the word choose, so it counts how many times this button appears. So 54 landing pages in total they offer you for all kinds of different categories. So for this specific landing page, I use the newsletter category of templates and I selected the first one over here. You can also select the preview button to see how it looks like. On mobile. And if you choose this landing page, you click on choose. So that's what we'll do. So first things first, I'm going to rename this landing page. It's only for internal use. So you know if you have multiple landing pages, so you know which landing page is for what purpose. So I'm going to call this landing page newsletter landing page Robin version 2 because I already have this one. So in the final version of my landing page, I didn't use a picture over here as they did in the demo. But let's say I do want to change the picture over here and I want to add my face, for example. So I'm gonna just click on this image over here and then I'm gonna click on replace and you can choose files to upload. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna select a picture on my PC. As you can see, I just uploaded a picture of myself inside this landing page and you can already see the problem over here. So this picture is 1080 by 1080 pixels and it's of course way too big. So if I do the preview, you can see over here the picture is way too big. So I need to change the size of this picture. So normally you would say if you click on edit, you could resize the size of this picture. But for some reason, I can't seem to find an option to resize this picture. So it's too bad that they don't offer an option to resize the picture. So what you want to do is you want to resize the picture manually. So if you're familiar with Photoshop, you can do it easily with Photoshop, of course. But if you don't have Photoshop, there are other options as well to resize the picture. So let's say I want to resize this picture. So this is the picture I just uploaded. It's 1080 by 1080. So right mouse button and I'm going to click on edit. And here in Paint, I can resize the image. So I'm going to click on pixels. I'm gonna say 100, so 100 by 100. Then I click OK, then I click Save As, and then I'm gonna resave the picture with a different name, version 2, because I already created one. So if I now re-upload that image, the 100 by 100 image, it'll look different. So the version 2, as you can see, now it does look a bit better. Then if you want to change this text, you can easily do so. You can delete it if you want, or you can change it to something else. So if you select the text, you can change the colors if you want. I'm gonna just keep it as white, and you can also change the heading, the style. You can use different fonts if you want over here. So then the backgrounds. So you can use this background if you want. So in my earlier example, I used my own backgrounds, as you can see over here. So I deleted this one and I uploaded a new file. So then over here, this part of the text, you can delete it if you want, or you can change it to whatever you want. So I'm gonna copy this text over here, I'm gonna paste it over here, but you can add whatever you want over here. You can add multiple headings, you can do lists, you can do a quote, an image, icons, a button, a divider, a countdown timer. So a countdown timer could be really cool if you have a masterclass or something that's time sensitive and you want people to sign up before a certain date. So the time to sign up ends on Friday the 17th, for example, on 1 a.m. The sad thing is that I can't change this text. So I can change the day, hours, minutes, and seconds to my native language. For example, I have a business in the Netherlands, an online business, and English is obviously not our native language. So I would like to change it to Dutch if possible, but this is not possible, as you can see over here. So if you want to delete the timer, you just select it and press backspace. So if you want to delete some certain parts inside your landing page, you add it, just select everything and then press the backspace button. It'll delete the thing. So if you only select a little part of it, you see it doesn't delete everything. You need to press backspace multiple times, but if you select everything, it'll delete it immediately. So this is the final landing page. As you can see, this is a little different still, and the thing is because the background has a little green tint over it. So we want to change this. You click on the background and you're gonna change on color. So I used the black color over here, and the transparency, you can play with it if you want. So I used 45% transparency. So let's do the same over here. So this is actually the landing page I built. So the next thing what we'll do is we add a thank you page. So if someone subscribes to this page, we'll add a thank you page. So I'll show you what will happen. So if I subscribed on this page, if I click subscribe, then this is the thank you page I created with ConvertKit. So it says, thanks for signing up. Great to see you. Sign up for my newsletter. You won't regret it. Within 1 hour, you'll receive my first email explaining how I get 100 email subscribers per day and how you can too. So let's create a thank you page. You can do so over here. So you add a new page and you can rename this page to whatever you want. I'm just gonna keep calling it thank you page. And this is the thank you page. So thanks for signing up. It's actually the similar layout. You can change the background again. So I did change the background. So I used this picture. Same thing here. If you want to change this text, you can do so. So I will do that over here. So this is so this is the finished landing page already. I'm gonna copy this text. I'm gonna paste it over here. And again, here you can add whatever you want. You can add files, you can add a countdown timer. So the same thing as with the regular landing page. I'm gonna click on save. So the next thing is the settings tab. So here it says the general. So when a visitor subscribes to the page, what will you want to happen? So you can show a success message. So success, now check your email to confirm your subscription. So this is the default setting. Or you can redirect to the thank you page, or you can redirect to an external page. So for now, we're gonna choose redirect to the thank you page. So it will redirect to the page we just created. Click on save, going back to the settings, and we click on incentive. And here you can edit the email content the person will receive once they sign up through that landing page. So edit email content. So important, confirm your subscription. This is just the default way of saying thank you for signing up. Please click the link below or the button below to confirm your subscription. So you can change this text to whatever you want. So you can add multiple things here, like a list, an image, a button, different headings, a file. But for now, we'll just leave it as it is. and we click on save. So when someone signs up through the landing page, they will receive this email: important, confirm your subscription. So after clicking the button to confirm their email address, where do you want them to go? So the default setting is this URL. So if you visit this URL, it'll show this page: subscription confirmed. Boom, you're officially confirmed on the list. Expect some great emails headed your way very soon. So you can change the URLs to another landing page maybe. So you can create a different landing page on ConvertKit and change that URL to that landing page. But for now, we just leave it as it is at the default settings. So then we have the advanced settings: change what's shown to return visitors who've already subscribed to this form. So I normally just keep it at the standard default settings. So continue to show the form. You can also hide the form or show custom content, but I just keep it at the default setting. Then there are some other advanced settings, but I just keep it at default as well. So then there are some SEO and analytics settings. And the thing I don't like about ConvertKit landing pages is that you cannot no index a landing page. So what I mean by that is, if I search on ConvertKit and my Dutch Poppy brand name, we got the landing pages of ConvertKit in Google. And I actually don't want that. I don't want my landing pages to show up in Google. I only want them to find my landing pages when I link to them in my website or social media or wherever, but I don't want them to show in Google. So that's actually too bad. I asked them in the customer service chat whether I can no index a landing page, but it's not possible. And no index means, for the people that don't know, no index a page means that you tell Google to not index that specific page. So I'm just gonna click save and we're done with the settings. So when you click on publish, your landing page is immediately live, and this is the URL that links to your landing page. So you can copy it by clicking on this button over here, and you can visit the landing page by just visiting that URL. So as you can see, this is the landing page we just created. So if we fill in our email address over here, it'll show the thank you page if I set it up correctly. So subscribe. As you can see over here, the thank you page will be shown now, and we will also receive an email to confirm our subscription. So I'm gonna give you an example on how to create a landing page for a guy I just found on the internet, and I'll show you what I found. So I found this specific YouTube channel. So I just did some searching on YouTube on Unreal Engine. So Unreal Engine is a software program they use to create movies and games. And I just found this channel. I don't know this guy. I don't know this channel, but this channel it has 45,000 subscribers. So it's not that huge, but it is already pretty big. So if we look at one of his videos, you can see what it does actually.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? So in this video,
so what he does here is he's explaining the software tool, Unreal Engine, how it works. He also has, I think he has a couple of courses. So if we go to his about page, and also you can see it over here, he has Udemy courses. So if we click over to his courses over here, you can see he has over 2,000 students on his Unreal Engine courses. So it's priced 60 euros. So that's what he does actually. So he's making YouTube content to promote his courses. He's gaining trust with his YouTube videos. So he's regularly posting videos. So that's nice. And he also has an Instagram account as well, where he's posting videos about Unreal Engine, how Unreal Engine works. So apparently he's a filmmaker, virtual production guy. But if I click on this link over here, so it's a Linktree page, what many people use for social media. I don't see any way to sign up for a newsletter. So for this guy, it should be pretty nice if he would sign up for ConvertKit. But anyhow, we'll create a landing page for this guy, because I don't think he has a newsletter yet. So we're gonna click on Grow. We're gonna go to landing pages and forms. We click on Create New, and we're gonna select landing page. So I found this really cool landing page for this particular example, for this particular case. This guy has social media accounts, and we're gonna create a landing page that he can use for this link over here. So now he's using the Linktree landing page over here. So this is a free tool you can use. Many people use it for Instagram. So, and I guess many people of you are active on social media as well. There is a big chance you don't even have a website. So that's the reason I'm going to show you this example, because you don't need a website for this particular example. You only need a social media page or maybe a YouTube page. So the idea is that he can replace this Linktree link with the ConvertKit landing page we're about to create for this guy. So we're going to go to filter by category, and we're going to click links. And then I found this particular landing page. And it's pretty similar to the Linktree landing page. As you can see, this is probably the inspiration ConvertKit used for designing this. So we're going to click on preview so you can see how it looks. So as you can see, it's pretty similar. So the name, so if we have these two next to each other, so the name, a profile picture, similar as to here. The only difference is that people can now subscribe to a newsletter. So if you click over here, a pop-up appears where people can fill in their name and email address. So follow me on Twitter, view my design portfolio, subscribe on my Twitch, follow me on Instagram, etc. So we're gonna use this one. And the reason why it's so nice, why this landing page is so nice, especially for social media people, because this is of course designed for mobile. So I'm gonna click on choose. So I think this is the guy, this is the owner of the social media page. I cannot copy this Instagram photo, so I'm gonna use a converter for this. Okay, it's downloading the picture right now. So I'm gonna change the image over here. So click replace, upload the file. So it's not the best picture. It's not the highest quality, but it'll do the job. I'm gonna change the name over here. Just select it, copy paste it. So I don't think he uses specific colors for his brand. So I'm gonna leave this color just as it is. But if I wanted to change it, I can just do it over here. So video creator, award-winning filmmaker. Award-winning filmmaker, virtual production, and metaverse content creator. So metaverse is all the hype right now, so it's a good thing to put that in the title. So this is the link. If you click on this specific button, a pop-up appears where people can join the newsletter. But instead of just saying or asking someone to subscribe to the newsletter, we actually want to give something away for free here. So we give people an incentive to join the newsletter, because that'll result in a much higher conversion rate than just asking people to join the newsletter. It's not really compelling to solely join the newsletter. It's far more compelling to give away your name and email address for something that you really want. So what could be an idea to give away is the following. So a free ebook, 5 Unreal Engine hacks that will save you months of learning. It took me 3 years to learn this. So 5 tips or hacks you share within a PDF, and you'll give away when someone joins your newsletter by clicking on this button. So when someone clicks on this button, this form will appear. So this form is just a standard default form. So I need to edit it a little bit to match it to the Unreal Engine hacks free ebook PDF. So I'll do that now, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is what I came up with. 5 Unreal Engine hacks, free ebook. It took me 3 years to learn these 5 Unreal Engine hacks, and you can download it now for free. So I deleted the first name part because, for example, for GDPR compliance, so if you have EU and UK visitors on your website or social media, the first name is not required for you to have. Like, you don't need that information from that guy or girl who's downloading your free ebook. And besides that, if you ask for fewer things, so only the email address is required for people to download the free ebook, the conversion rate will probably be higher. So just a basic pop-up form, download the free ebook. I won't send you spam, unsubscribe anytime. You can edit everything if you want. You can change the colors. That's pretty self-explanatory. Then there are some other things you can tweak here. So you can create 1 column or 2 columns. I'll just keep it at 1 column. You can edit the corners. You can say rounded corners or just square. You can add shadows. You can change the border of the square, large or medium. You can change the colors. Then you can add icons to it. So that's pretty nice. All kinds of different icons they offer over here. Oh, the Twitter handle of this guy. I'm not sure he has Twitter. I don't think he has Twitter. He has TikTok. So I'm going to quickly add the social media links of this guy, and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so if we click on preview over here, we can see his name over here, award-winning filmmaker and metaverse content creator. We have the link to the free ebook. So if you click on this link, the pop-up appears, 5 Unreal Engine hacks free ebook. It took me 3 years to learn these 5 Unreal Engine hacks, and you can download it now for free. So enter an email address and you can download it. Follow me on Twitter. So if it'll link to his Twitter page. Okay, so he doesn't have Twitter, so I need to delete this follow me on Twitter thing. The full Unreal Engine course for beginners. So this link links to his Udemy course. Then there is a link to his free YouTube videos over here, where it links to his YouTube page, an Instagram page where it links to his Instagram, his TikTok page. So if he wants, he can basically add all these links to the same ConvertKit page he has on the Linktree page. I'm going to exit the preview. So if I want, I can add more links to it as well. I can also add content. So I can add an image, file, button, divider, video, a product, a list, basically anything. I'm not going to do that. It's fine now, I think. So the page is fine right now. What we need to do now is go to settings, and we want to change some settings over here. So if someone visits this page, clicks on this button, and downloads the free ebook, what is the thing that you would like to happen next? So if we exit the preview, go to settings again, and go to the general. So what is the next thing you would like to happen? Would you like to show a success message? So only success. Now check your email to confirm your subscription. Or do you want to redirect to an external page? So my advice for you would be to create an external landing page. You can also create a landing page on ConvertKit, and that will be my advice. So if you don't have a website yourself, or if you just want to use ConvertKit, either way, create a landing page on ConvertKit and use that landing page as your thank you page for this specific opt-in. So on the thank you page, you can do several things. So for this guy's example, you can maybe say on the thank you page, there's an email on the way right now to your inbox, and you need to confirm your email address in order to receive the free ebook you just downloaded. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Or another idea is to inform the guy who just tries to download your free ebook, inform that guy on more information about your Udemy course, for example. So you can link to your Udemy course and explain all the benefits when someone joins that course. So definitely create a new landing page, use it over here. But in this example, I'm just going to show a success message, because else it will take too much time for this specific video. So then we have incentive. I'm going to click on edit email contents. I'm going to quickly change the subject line and the content of this email and the button so that it'll match the rest of this landing page. I'll be back in a second. So I've changed the email. So the subject line, I changed the subject line to free ebook, 5 Unreal Engine hacks. And the content of the email, hey, thanks for downloading my free ebook. Click the link below to download the free Unreal Engine ebook that will save you months of learning. Download free Unreal Engine ebook. Cheers. And then the name of that guy. So I'm going to click on save. And then the next thing you want to do is, after confirming, redirect to. So you need to upload the PDF file of that ebook. So when someone clicks on this link, that guy or girl will be subscribed to your email list, and it will automatically trigger that download. So as an example over here, I just uploaded the image of the guy we used here, but obviously you want to upload your free PDF here, your free ebook. Then there are some more settings. We got advanced over here, change what's shown to return visitors who have already subscribed to this form. You can just continue to show the form. That's what I usually do. But then there is some SEO and analytics settings. So what you want to do over here is the title. So the title of the page over here is what people will see over here. So what you put over here, so it could be just, for example, the name of this guy. You can do whatever you want over here, but it will show over here. So we're going to click save, and we're going to click save over here, and we're going to click publish. So this is the link, the direct link to this specific page. We're going to check it out. award-winning filmmaker and metaverse content creator. Free ebook. So if we click this link, the pop-up will appear. So follow me on Twitter. All these links will work right now, same as these links. So let's see what happens if I fill in my email address, download free ebook. So now a just success message is shown to the new subscriber. But obviously you want to have a thank you page where you want to trigger your new subscriber to do something else as well. As you can see over here, I just received a new email just as how I created it. So hey, thanks for downloading my free ebook. Click the link below to download the free Unreal Engine ebook that will save you months of learning. Click on the link and it'll download the picture I uploaded there. And that's it. He can just now replace this link on his Instagram profile to get more newsletter subscribers. So these are the 4 forms, as I just told you, the 4 forms that ConvertKit offers you to create. But before you are going to create a form, you want to know why you are creating the form. So what's the purpose of the form? And if you're already an experienced marketer, you probably know what kind of form you want to create. You probably know what kind of forms convert best for your specific audience. But if you're a beginner and you're clueless what kind of forms are best or what kind of forms you want to create, you should look for some inspiration. And when I look for inspiration, I often just check out different websites. So this is an example website, amyporterfield.com. So she does a lot with email marketing. So of course you want to use an example of someone that is an experienced email marketer. So for example, she uses over here, as you can see, she uses the sticky bar. So I'm not sure if she uses ConvertKit or maybe she's using some other tool, but it doesn't really matter because the idea, the concept of generating leads by email opt-ins, as it is called, is basically the same in every tool. So every tool offers such similar features. So a sticky bar, a slide-in, model, one in an inline, as you will just see in a minute. So Amy Porterfield is using here a sticky bar. So if you click on Learn More, so as we will do, a new page will appear, and this is a landing page. So as you just see, this is, if you want to talk in ConvertKit terms, she created a landing page. So I don't think this landing page is created by ConvertKit, but as I just told you, that doesn't really matter because the concept is the same. So you can do the same thing with ConvertKit. You can create a sticky bar and then link that button to a landing page. And as you know, you can also create landing pages, of course, with ConvertKit. So what does this landing page do? She offers a free masterclass. So if I click on yes, reserve my spot, a pop-up appears where I need to fill in my name and email address. So I already did it. It's a pop-up. It's an opt-in form for a pre-recorded webinar she created. So it is basically the same as this model opt-in you can create with ConvertKit. So just on a side note, the reason why I'm showing you all of this in a live website is you get a better idea, and also you get some inspiration how you can use these pop-ups and how other businesses are using these pop-ups as well. So I'm going to click on register now to see what kind of thank you page she's using. So this is the thank you page she has. So before you go, what's the one thing that has you feeling continually overwhelmed in your business? My daily task list, my revenue projections, I don't know where to start, the thought of hiring a team, other. So she's using some kind of tool to get some more information about me as a subscriber. You can see in the URL of this thank you page. So I'm not sure these questions she's asking over here is a tool, is a feature from easywebinar.com. But let's just select an option and click on let's do this to see what happens next. But this is another thank you page. You're in, Robin, congratulations, are in order. You did it. Here's how to prep for our time together. So again, so this is the second thank you page. You can see it in the URL over here. I'm not sure if you can see it like in the recording, if you're watching it on a mobile phone, but it says TY2. So in other words, thank you page 2. So she has 2 thank you pages behind this opt-in form. And she's using these thank you pages in a good way. So it's already personal over here. So my name is over here. So this is a good thing. So here's how to prep for our time together. So she's trying to make sure I'm making it to that webinar I signed up for. So mark your calendar, download your workbook. So she has a workbook I can download for that specific webinar. So in ConvertKit, there's also a way to only show a success message when someone opts in your form, when someone fills in their name and email address in your form, where it only shows success, you successfully opted in this form, and that's it. So this is not what amyporterfield.com is using. She is using the thank you page to make sure I do some more things, like some follow-up on the opt-in. So this is a good learning thing to keep in mind when you create your thank you pages, to make sure you optimize that thank you page for further steps. So what do you want your new subscriber to do when they opt in? So then lastly, isn't it more fun with a friend? Share this masterclass with someone you know or would love to join. So you can click on share now. So and that's it basically. I can't do anything else on this thank you page, so I need to click away. So ConvertKit offers you 4 different ways to create a form. So you got an inline form, a model form, a slide-in form, and a sticky bar form. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to visit a new website, the website videofruit.com. And we're going to check out a blog post of that website. And in that blog post, they're using all kinds of different forms. They're using an inline form, a model form, and a sticky bar. And we're gonna check out all these kinds of different forms, and I want you to pay attention to the things they write on that form, so the copywriting of that form. And I also want you to pay attention on the thank you pages of those forms, because those 2 things are the most challenging to come up with. Like creating a model form for your website isn't that hard. I can just show you what buttons to click on and how you can create a model form. But the hard part is to actually create a valuable opt-in form that people want to opt in for. The conversion rate for your opt-in form, you want that conversion rate to be really high, so you get a lot of new subscribers in, so you can sell the products you're selling, or your service, or whatever else you got going on inside your business. So again, we're going to the website right now, videofruit.com, to check out what they've got going on over there. So the first thing we notice over here is the sticky bar. So they use the sticky bar as an opt-in form in the beginning over here. So I'm not sure, I don't think they're using ConvertKit for their tool, but the concept is pretty much the same. I will just mention this pop-up over here, but to stick with the sticky bar for just a second. So every software tool, every lead generation software tool offers similar features. So ConvertKit offers these 4 forms: a sticky bar, slide-in, model, and inline. And another software tool, another email marketing software tool, another lead generation software tool might offer these options on a slightly different way, with some more options or maybe with some fewer options. But anyhow, let's keep looking at this blog post over here, at this web page. So another thing I just noticed is this pop-up. So this is a model pop-up you can create with ConvertKit. So as you just saw, this pop-up appeared after a couple of seconds I was on this page. So meaning this is a time-sensitive pop-up. So there is a timer inside this pop-up, and you can create a timer inside for a model pop-up as well within ConvertKit. So you can say, for example, when someone visits this web page, and after 5 seconds I want this pop-up to appear. So bonus just for stopping by, free 20-minute training. I'll show you how to implement the exact method we've used to scale to 7 figures. Name and email address. Take me to the training. As you can see, they use the same color as the color of the sticky bar, so keep that in mind as well. If you're designing your forms, try to keep the fonts, the colors similar to your website. So all of these things are a little in balance. Anyhow, let's continue over here. And here we see the inline form. So this is the inline form. So the reason why it says inline is because it's in between the lines of a blog post. So you can also use the inline form in the widget area. I think Tim Ferriss uses it to get more signups for his newsletter, as you can see over here. So this is an example of an inline form as well. Join 1.5 million subscribers and receive the 5 Bullets Friday with tools, tips, and resources directly from Tim. Type your email address. So this is another example of the inline form. But to stick here with the blog post of videofruit.com, so free bonus, want to get my single best list building strategy without reading thousands of words, click the button to unlock a 24-hour pass to a new 15-minute training I created on the fastest way to build your list. So that's what they're selling over here, selling like for our email address, of course, to a new 15-minute training. So that's what they're selling. I'm going to click on the button to see what kind of thank you page they have going on over here. So another pop-up appears. So this is the model pop-up over here. So just one more step, enter your email address. So we will enter our email address to see what kind of thank you page they have. Because within ConvertKit, as every other email marketing tool offers, you can choose to only show a success message, like successfully signed up for this pop-up, great job. Or you can use that thank you page for some more things, some follow-up steps. Maybe you have like a little product you're selling, or maybe you want to direct them to your YouTube channel, or whatever have you going on there. You can use that thank you page for more things than only to say, great job, bro. Good job for signing up. So let's see how they are using the thank you pages. So get it now. So as you can see, I just entered a new landing page. So there's a training, a timer over here. So ready to hit consistent 6-figure sales. So I think so if we go back to that blog post over here to see what their offer was. So to a new 15-minute training. So that 15-minute training, I think this is the 15-minute training. So immediately I see that 15-minute training. So there's no delay, like check your email or whatever. So immediately I see this 15-minute training. So as you just saw, a new button appeared over here. And this button is to apply to schedule a call now. So, and that is actually the goal of this landing page, of this thank you page. And it's the purpose of giving away that 15-minute training. So they want to talk to us. They want to talk to us on the phone. And the goal of scheduling that call is to sell us on a coaching package. So they're selling a coaching package, and I'm not sure how much dollars that coaching package is, but I guess my wild guess is that it is at least $10,000, because to make this lead generation thing profitable, calling to all these different people, you need to have at least a high ticket coaching program you're selling. So it's definitely at least, I think, 10 grand. So let's see what happens if I click this button, apply to schedule a call. So then a type form appears where they ask some questions about us, about our situation, probably like how much money we make, what we do, what our business looks like, those kinds of things. I'm not going through all the questions over here, but in the end, the idea is to schedule a call. So going back to this blog post, as you just saw, there are lots of different things going on here, trying to move us through that funnel of making sure we opt in, we give away our name and email address, we watch that video, we schedule a call, and eventually hope to become a paying customer of their coaching program. So that's the idea of this blog post. So that's the whole idea. So that's the whole picture. So if you look at your business, try to figure out, okay, what are you selling? Are you selling a product? Are you selling a service? And then work back from there. So if you check out different websites, this is what you need to do. You need to learn from different websites and try to make an overview of how they operate. Like, as you can see, they just work backwards. They have this coaching program for, let's say, $10,000 per year. They're selling a coaching program. Okay, they're thinking, okay, how can we sell this coaching program? Okay, the best way to sell this coaching program is to get someone on the phone, because it is hard to sell a product of $10,000 just through email, for example. So, okay, they're thinking, okay, we need to get people on the phone, but how do we get people on the phone? Okay, let's give away a free training. You know, let's make a free training people can watch and then ask them if they like that training to schedule a call with us. Okay, so how do we get people to watch that free training? So they created a blog post. So to rank high in Google, maybe to send ad traffic, Facebook traffic, Google ad traffic to it, or maybe Google organic traffic to this web page to get people to opt in to that free training. So hopefully this example gave you some inspiration for your ConvertKit forms you're trying to create. So ConvertKit has a page on their website where they explain what type of affiliate marketing is and isn't allowed over at their platform. But in my opinion, it's also most often common sense. So let's assume you're not a scammer and you genuinely want to help people. So if we read this part of their page over here, it says, if 70 to 80% of your email content is about your own products, services, and information about who you are and what you do, and only 20 to 30% of your content is related to affiliate marketing, you're good to go. Gave us two examples over here. Let's say you have a baking website. So let's say you're a chef and you're sharing your knowledge, your experiences as a chef. So out of the 10 emails you send, for example, out of the 100 emails you send, 70 of those emails are related about your experiences, about your expertise, about your recipes. So you're sharing recipes, the things you've done, the people you've educated, the people you've helped with becoming a chef as well, for example. And only 20 to 30%, so only 20 to 30 emails out of those 100 emails, you're sharing affiliate links to products you're using as a chef. So then in that case, you're good to go. So then they also mention a different example over here when you wouldn't be a good fit for ConvertKit, which is when you only send emails about your affiliate products. So let's say, let's stay in the lane of the baking website. So let's say you only send emails related to Amazon products related to baking. So the reason why you wouldn't be a good fit for ConvertKit, or I don't think you will be a good fit for any email marketing service provider, is because you don't really add value over here. You're just sharing those links. And on a side note, who would give you their name and email address if you were to only send them product links? Imagine yourself, would you like to receive an email every day or every week, just a list of various products for baking websites? I don't think so. There's not really any value in it. You can just go to Amazon yourself, click on the baking category over there, and you see the products over there. So coming back to the common sense part, you need to use your common sense whether or not your business idea adds real value to other people. If so, your idea probably is a good fit for ConvertKit if you don't really add value to other people, if they can just go to Amazon themselves, for example, click on the baking category there and see all the products, then there is no real value added for those people if you just send them random emails with like the same list of products they can see on the category page of Amazon itself. Then there is this page, the acceptable use policy. So it's linked over here on the what type of affiliate marketing is and isn't allowed at ConvertKit. So that's this page, the acceptable use policy. And on this page, they mention the prohibited content. So the content they don't allow on ConvertKit. And on this page, they also mention if you're found in the violation of the above terms, your account may be closed immediately and without prior notice. And especially this part, export of any account data or details, might be a risk to you. It might be a risk to your business if you're in a gray area of one of these topics. As an example, this guy has close to 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and he generally wants to help people. He's sharing his experiences with Forex trading. For example, he has this YouTube video about Forex trading, and he also talks about get-rich-quick schemes. He talks about crypto trading. So he has a lot of topics that are actually in violation of ConvertKit's rules, so inappropriate use. But the thing is, he's not scamming people. He's explaining his experiences with those courses, with those Forex courses, with those crypto things he's doing. So he's explaining those things in a genuine way. So he genuinely wants to help people. But anyhow, it could be the case that ConvertKit made a mistake. They close your account and they don't let you back in. So in that case, it should be very wise of you to do a weekly or a monthly backup of your complete list. So you can just export your ConvertKit list at any time you want, just to make sure if they do close your account for whatever reason, you at the very least have a backup of your list of, like, let's say, a week ago. So you can go to somewhere else if you can't resolve the issue with ConvertKit. If you think the topic you're talking about on your website or in your emails is a little in a gray area, make sure to read these 2 pages on ConvertKit's website. So acceptable use policy and what type of affiliate marketing is and isn't allowed at ConvertKit. But just use your common sense. Like, as an example, I just gave, this guy has close to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He talks a lot about forex trading, crypto trading, stock trading, whatever. These topics are actually prohibited content on ConvertKit, but it would blow my mind if ConvertKit would not allow such a person, such a YouTube creator on their platform. So if you really genuinely want to help people with your content, what content you talk about, I think there is always a way you can use ConvertKit or any other email marketing tool for that matter. Thank you so much for watching this ConvertKit tutorial. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below if you want to say hello or ask me a question.